a woman came to me whose doctor sent her to me for a session. And I found that stunning, but the doctor had run out of hope. She was just so depressed. And I didn't know anything about her. She sat down and I tuned in and I said, oh, you have a husband who passed. And I have a pain in my head. And he shows me that was an aneurysm, just very sudden. You didn't get to say goodbye. So right away you have that. Those are the evidence. We go for male, sudden passing, didn't get to say goodbye, aneurysm. And she said, yes, she was stunned. And I said, he's telling me he's so proud of you because you're going to travel by yourself for the first time since he passed, and you have tickets to go to England. And that's a really good piece of evidence right there. Her eyes got really wide and she said, how do you know that? And this is what we're talking about, evidence. It's things that you won't find on Google if you were unethical and looked up somebody, these things you couldn't possibly know. And I said, because he's right here telling me this. And she was stunned. And now my big thing in the reading is to capture their essence. What's their personality like beyond generic? And that leaves people saying, oh my God, that is my loved one, beyond just the evidence. So we captured his personality. And then near the end of the reading, he said, tell her this word for word. Don't you dare take those pills in your purse. And her eyes got really big and she said, what nobody knows, I got goosebumps. What nobody knows is I stopped at the drugstore on the way here. And I said, if I don't hear from you, I'm coming to join you. I was really glad I didn't know that before the reading, but there are many times in a reading when a loved one will say they want to join me. And I say, you are actively thinking of suicide. And they're telling you, you have more to live for here. I don't hide it. I don't pussyfoot around it. No, your loved ones know about it. And they're here to tell you it's not your time. And that's why I've had dozens of people come up and say, your work saved my life. And I know there aren't many professions where you get to do that. It's such an honor and a responsibility.